Hey there guys, Blade here bringing you my last StarCraft English commentary for today, and this will be a commentary on the third set of the match between Jaedong and BeSt played today in the 2008 World Cyber Games Korea qualifications round. And you know, even though the Koreans don't really care a lot about the World Cyber Games themselves, because you know it's not really that important who wins in the World Cyber Games. It's not really something they see as that honorable, or you know, something, if I may put it this way. Still, the Koreans do care about World Cyber Games in their own country, and it is in a way also a prestigious tournament, so they do put a lot of effort into it as well. And we've got a very, very nice selection of players today. We've got Jaedong and BeSt, and the score for now is 1-1. You know, it figures since we're in the third set, and we're playing on Andromeda right now. We have BeSt as, I believe that should be orange. Yeah, orange Protoss at the bottom left, and the bottom right, sorry, and the top left as yellow Zerg. We've got Jaedong. The colors are not that you know, good, but the thing is, since these are two different races, it's okay. But if we would have had a mirror matchup, I'm pretty sure the colors would have been changed. Orange and yellow don't fit that well. I don't know, maybe I hope that in the future people will be able to choose their own colors. It would be interesting to see if you know, pro gamers would actually have habits of choosing a certain color they believe it's lucky, or depending on what their opponent chooses, they would choose a certain color. I don't know. It would be a very interesting thing, because they don't really have a lot of room for superstitions as far as, you know, within the game. They can only really choose their color, and that's it. You know, there's nothing else superstitious they can actually decide for themselves. Actually, I wonder if any, by the way, if you know of any StarCraft Pro gamers being superstitious, say, taking certain items with them in the booth, wearing some lucky charms, or certain, I don't know, t-shirt underneath the one they have from their team. You know, if you know stuff like that, post this as a comment to my video, and as I said in at the end of the first set, give me your feedback. Tell me what you've thought about my commentaries. I haven't done something in quite a long time, 2 months or so, so I gotta freshen up, you know, I gotta get back to a good commentating level. So tell me what you'd like to see in my commentaries, what you wouldn't like to see and hear anymore. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. In the meantime, BeSt, again, with the same opening as in the other two sets, Pylon and Forge, adding expansion, and in the meantime, placing the Nexus fairly soon again. A little bit, I mean, again, on Andromeda it's not that risky, but he did a very risky move in the first set on Bluestorm that cost him the game. He did almost the same opening, only with one photon cannon before the Nexus, and that was the only photon cannon he actually built in that game, or completed building. He tried to do some when Jaedong attacked with the Zerglings, but it was way too late by then. So now, because of the big distance on Andromeda, he can afford to wait a little bit before making static defenses, or maybe see if he can pull through with none at all, but I guess there's going to be a photon cannon there. In the meantime, Jaedong has the hatchery, has the spawning pool, has the extractor. He's got his first Zerglings out, and they're running about trying to kill this this scouting probe. So yeah, he does do the gateway and the this the photon cannon, but he did manage to buy himself a little bit of time, and this is good, because you don't want to spend your money on static defenses immediately. By the way, I don't think I told you the stats of these two guys at all. Jaedong and BeSt are, of course, both good players. As I said in the first game, both not going through that good of a time right now. But yeah, still, Jaedong 66.13% all in all against Protoss, 63.16. It is his best matchup statistically. BeSt 64.10%, and against Zerg 50%. you know, he's got normal stats against Zerg and Terran, but he's the ultimate Protoss killer, 25-5. Always when I end up on the best stats page, I always wonder, and I'm so amazed of how good he is against Protoss. I mean, if you're a Protoss and you play BeSt, just pack your stuff and go home, because he's gonna totally kill you. But if he wants to get to play a Protoss player, he first has to go through Jaedong, and this is not a tough. This is not an easy matchup for him whatsoever. He's getting his probe. No, he actually doesn't get it out. He tries to delay. He probably also wants to delay the attack of the Zerglings for some time, and he's doing this actually quite well. He's microing that probe very well. Fortunately, he got caught up between those two groups of Zerglings there. He's getting the robotics facility in the meantime, so a fairly defensive start of the game from both players, none of them going for a very aggressive opening. Jaedong being happy to produce just enough Zerglings to get the early scout out and to make sure he will be able to prevent a new one from getting in, but he's getting the Spire. He's getting the Spire in, of course, in expectation of the Corsairs. He wants to have these Scourges, and Jaedong is very well known for how he manages to handle his Mutalisks. That's impeccable Muta micro, and as well Scourges. He's also a master of the Scourges. So these Corsairs, and even more so the Shuttles, could have a very hard time today trying to penetrate through his defenses. I want to look at an Andromeda for a second. Andromeda's stats, looking at it, are come on, Andromeda, show up. Okay, so it's 2014 ZVP, actually quite imbalanced. 60% for Zerg. That's again something that will favor Jaedong definitely. First Corsairs are out shooting at the Overlords, but it's only going to be a matter of time until those Scourges are out. We've got eggs. They're hatching, and I could expect Scourges to come out of there. Yeah, indeed, Scourges, and it's going to be a very hard time right now for these early Corsairs. We've got about 2 or 3 Corsairs against 6 Scourges, and this is also a very imbalanced battle. Trying to expand again, if I'm right about that, I believe those 2 buildings could then again very well be wrong. I'm not very familiar with the map, haven't played a lot on